Previously on the Benson and Bailey Show.
Step right up.
Sir? What are you... Oh my! Oh, that's amazing!
It's still there.
My family. Yet they're all still strangers to me. Lady Margaret. She looks happy.
Does
I
she?
can't imagine her smiling like that these days. Grandfather Edward. Just as he looked last night. The boy. How did he provoke Edward into throwing him down the stairs?
What about that woman at the top? No? Dun dun dun! It's a blood stain.
What's this? Looks like it's drawn in blood?
What's going on? What's happening? You just started freaking out instead at a painting. Whoa, hey! Yes, sir! Mash the A button. Whee! Okay! Cool!
Regardless of what I told Miss Crannan, these visions are like nothing I've ever experienced before. And they're getting worse.
Do we get the hell out of here? Anyone else in here with me? No? Let's leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Where's the door? There's the door. Let me out. So, what do I do now? Find the grave from the painting. Maybe the rain stopped. Okay, so let's go to the chapel then. It seems we have progressed things. Oh, nearly went backwards. It's a horrible, horrible noise.
If the old man I saw was really my grandfather Edward...
And to go, I guess I don't go this way then. The horrible, horrible noise has stopped. There's another door. There's the one that's in the... Oh, the other fireplace room. Where am I? Why was my camera over there? That's the room I want to go to. Lady Margaret is also the only other NPC I can find at the moment. I'd like to go to the chapel. I'd like to go to the chapel. Oh, hello. I'm actually doing something.
Lady Margaret?
Yes, David?
I saw an old photograph of a boy in the other room. Something tells me she wouldn't be happy if she knew I had it in my pocket.
It's in my pocket?
That was taken in 1894. Young Johnny, your father.
You can remember the exact year?
It's a funny thing when you reach my age. You can remember dates from decades ago.
But not what you had for breakfast.
Maybe others can't.
Who, may I ask, were the others in the picture?
That would be your Aunt Clara and your late great-grandmother, the last true Countess of Scahandew House. And my dear Edward, of course.
I noticed my father had a scar on his face. How did that happen?
Falling from a tree, perhaps? I can't recall. But your father was a clumsy child.
Can't recall. But you remember the date the photograph was taken? I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes.
I don't remember her having glasses in her hands the first time I spoke to her. No, can't go that way. But I now know the identity of the boy in the photograph. Yeah, we'll release it after dinner, find the grave and the painting. Can I now go outside? Or can I have dinner? One of the two. Still sounds like it's raining. Oh, the creepy music came back a little bit there. Heard a lick of it in my left ear. Leave. Oh, I've put a coat.
Finally, some fresh air.
Oh, and I can run now. I have the power of run. What a big old place this is. Take. Photo pieces. How do I use the photo pieces? I'm going to Google that. Sorry. Right. Apparently, the photo pieces are something to do in the extras menu of the main menu. Is it? Yeah. So we'll check that out at the end of the episode recording session. End of the episode recording session? Possibly the end of the episode. Can I look at the car? Is there anything about the car that's interesting? Can I go around this? Nothing in the car. Right. There's a greenhouse. There's a house on the hill. Path there. Let's check out the greenhouse.
Master Davy.
Is that Rory?
You could tell it was me.
Your footsteps. I ken the walk of everyone here.
But I don't know yours.
Wow, that's rather incredible.
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most. See more than most and all.
Father had a similar toolbox. Back when he still fixed things around the house.
Was your father a toolmaker? Are you the Prime Minister?
When you talked about what they did to my father, what did you mean?
You shouldn't have come back. You canna go through what he did as a bairn and no be sick.
So his hospitalization was justified then?
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down roots here, you should think on what the poison grown here did to your father. You can?
No, not really.
If you dinna mind, this door will no mend itself.
I'll leave you to it then.
Right, well... Big house on the hill, or... potential nothing. I'm going to head towards the potential nothing first. It's a lake! A loch, if you will. Can't go down there. Examine.
I can see why Rory likes this place. This view should ease even the most troubled soul.
I thought he was blind. Wow, you had a long period of reflection there, didn't you?
A steady enough vessel, if you trust your swimming skills.
Oh, hello, is it? This must go up to the house on the hill. Perhaps. Or not. This comes from... Oh, okay. It's not where I expected that to come out. Wait, what? Unless that's a cliff. Like a headland cliff. Oh, well, head to the house on the hill. It's probably the chapel. Don't look like a chapel from here. Okay, now it looks a bit more like a chapel. Right, when I saw that hallucination, he wasn't at a grave, he was at the tree. We'll examine this anyway.
Nobody left to mourn the dead or care for their graves, it seems.
Yep. Was he at this? I thought he was at the tree myself, but...
I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave I saw in that waking dream or whatever it was. The grave my father buried something in as a boy. Who's buried here? If I could just... these vines are too thick. I need something to cut through these.
Right then, let's go find... The gardener has tools. Maybe I can borrow one of his tools? Let's carry on looking around the graveyard. Photo piece. Damn it! Nothing else interesting? Can we go into the chapel?
Locked with a padlock. Andrew will have a key, but I'm not keen on waiting for his return.
Oh, quest log updated. Find a way into the chapel. Maybe that's what's buried under the grave. Besides a body. I think I gotta get something from that toolkit. Excuse me, Mr. Rory.
You wouldn't have to have a chapel key, would you?
You wouldn't have to have a chapel
Been
key.
there for years, and I don't intend to either.
That'll be a no then. The graveyard. Is it a family plot?
Aye. No matter how high and mighty, all the Gordons end up there.
A cheery thought. It's a shame we don't have the means to properly care for the graves.
Why bother? His bones and food for worms.
He reminds me of Sergeant Frazer from Dad's Army. We're doomed! Doomed! And also, that does say bold cutters. As opposed to, I don't know, bolt cutters.
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I can what you need it for.
Maybe! Don't want to uncut the padlock or uncover the graves.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
That's not
Is
really...
that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
I mean, I wasn't going to say I had a hallucination about one of the graves, but... Thank you, anyway. Bye! Run away! So the only real problem I've had with this game, because jankiness isn't a problem for me. I find it more endearing. But there is, I've noticed some transcription issues that subtitles and text aren't necessarily spelled correctly. I mean, it don't bother me, it's just, it's funny. I'm not going to mark it down, or some people would. But I'm not going to.
Better. Cecilia Shaw, nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia.
Oh,
There's
Cecilia!
something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model.
Oh, hello. It's got a big old blood stain on it. That was obviously used to bash someone's head in.
Another part of the model. And it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
I guess I'll go put that in the model. Now then. No head from the bottom's going to pop out and scare me, is it? Do you know what? I had this horrible feeling just then. Let's go into an abandoned chapel. That seems like a good idea. Next time on the Benson and Bailey Show.
We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning.
What about now, you moron?
Accident.